Hey guys, and he was kind of beating all around the bush, and he said the reason was because really the person he has back home is his spin-dom, and that she finally, and I was like, what? That's a thing?
But there's applying it, and then there's the actual action of communication.
Right.
Like when you discipline a child, you tell
Keep going. And then when we do it, you gotta say, "Scissor me, daddy," like that. All right?
No, you know.
This is
Different.
not the fucking thing to do. Like,
I think that's normal.
I got you, like, buddy. I can't help her.
Minutes later, I see a pizza slide under my door. No contact. Like, I'm good.
You see the pizza slide under the door with their hands, and your fucking hand slam down on top of it and grab his.
We have an initial physical type of what we like to see initially, because our eye is always drawn to something. I can see a tall guy, big and broad shoulders, and I'm like, ooh, nice. But if he talks to me, and I'm be like, maybe not. Okay, so Mike, until we get the rest of the guys in, do you want to start with your first question for us ladies? First of all, are you drinking a Capri Sun?
Yes.
Oh my gosh. First things first, what is happening? Hi. Welcome everybody to the first show of the year. Y'all, Mike is here, but in true Mike fashion, he's grabbing food. So just give him a second. He'll be back with us in just a second. I know everybody's sort of slowly pouring in. Thank you guys for coming back and joining us for another year. If we have questions,
That's crazy work, y'all. That's crazy work. I didn't even get my food yet. All I heard was, in true Mike fashion, he didn't get his food.
Did you get it? You didn't get the food?
I got him.
Oh, see? Okay. All right. So what are we?
Can I tell you what I'm eating first before we finish with our introductions?
Do what now?
No judgment, right?
No judgment.
You listen and we don't judge?
We listen and we don't judge. Hey, Nat. Hey, Chaz. Welcome, guys.
I'm eating a big-ass thing of oatmeal.
That's the food that you had to go get?
That's not for dinner. I just want to eat it right now.
Oh, okay. Listen, I'm not judging.
First of all, you was about to judge heavy.
I was. I had to reel that thing back in because I was about to judge. Shane and Con Man had joined us a little earlier just to say they were excited for us to be here. Hopefully they pop back in soon. Welcome everybody that's here. You guys know what it is. Tell a friend to tell a friend. It's the first show of the year. Mike just told me he had to go get food, and I'm not gonna lie. I expected for you to come back with like some food. And the fact that you just held up a bowl of oatmeal, I don't even know what to say. I'm not judging, but I think my expectations were for like something different. Like I think I secretly wanted it to be more.
What's up, Natty?
I would have been good with a chickpea burrito at this point. The oatmeal was not what I was mentally like. I wasn't visualizing that. I thought there was gonna be more.
Well, surprise! We ain't getting none of that right now. You're gonna get all of this.
Is it just plain oatmeal? First of all,
hell no. It's like walnuts and raisins.
Okay. Sorry. Okay. First things first. I don't do oatmeal. I've had oatmeal.
Consistency, right?
It's very much the consistency. And the one time I had someone make it for me because they said I would love it. It was salty and horrible, and I never ever tried it ever again. And I also don't. If it's not an oatmeal raisin cookie, or I'm just doing the oatmeal bites or the raisins by itself, I'm probably not going to put raisins in anything. So that kind of got me. Oh, I take it back. I like Raisin Bran.
I do. I love Raisin Bran.
I like Raisin Bran.
Raisin Bran Crunch, to be exact.
See, I don't know if I can do the crunch. It's the crunch mixed with the raisin consistency that's going to throw me off. It's the consistency, not the flavor, that I don't think I like. When it comes to that, I'm weird in that way. I got my stuff. I'm weird. I know I got my stuff too, but that's the only reason why I won't try it. But you got raisins and walnuts and some oatmeal, and I just don't know how I feel about it. Like I feel like that just I don't know, did something to my spirit a little bit.
That shit gonna taste good. I ain't gonna lie to you. First bite of the new year.
Not the first bite of oatmeal of the new year.
Hey, what's up with y'all, yo? Welcome to the We Got Questions
Welcome,
podcast.
Y'all. Welcome, everybody. If you haven't already said hello, please say hello and let us know you're here.
We got Seneca back. Seneca, welcome back.
Let us know you're here and say hello.
You naughty.
Tell a friend to tell a friend. It's the first, like I said, it's the first show of the year.
Yes,
I do fruits and nuts in my oatmeal all the time. Is that an up north thing?
Yo, time out. No, it's not. People eat food up here too. We just don't eat it the same way other people eat it. You know?
I didn't think y'all didn't eat food. I'm just saying, like, I just wasn't. It could be a southern thing that I just wasn't brought up on. My mom did not give us oatmeal. So now the thought of oatmeal just kind of like yucks me out. Like, I don't know. I can't do it.
So I'm like one of them guys who makes money, but still going to go buy struggle meals.
But you know what? I feel like I have other stuff that I do for struggle meal. Like cereal is a struggle meal to me.
Okay.
Ramen is a struggle meal to me. I'm heavy on the ramen. I love ramen. All hot cereal. See?
Yeah.
All hot cereal.
How are you? Welcome in. Welcome in. Thank you for joining up with us. Everybody that is brand new to the channel, that's brand new to the podcast, please remember to like and subscribe and follow us. Make sure that you're following us on all of other platforms too. Basic has hers. Hers is just this right here. Just_basic_Lee. Make sure y'all following her on her platforms and her stuff that she's doing. Basic got them spicy videos. Will y'all see right now? No, we not even gonna do it.
Spicy? I mean, I consider spicy.
Basic do those smoldering faces at you. She'd be like,
I will give you a good. So here's the thing, though. Let me clarify. I don't think my look is a smolder because I don't do squinty, but I give you a look. I do a stare. I think a smolder is like this, right? This is a smolder.
No, the smolder is like this. Hold up, ready?
And I'm definitely not doing that. But what I am is I'm staring into your soul. Now I will stare into your soul. I will do that. You're gonna get a look. But I'm not like
I'm not. I'm saying it because I always keep things as reference points. So this is an example of Basic staring into your soul.
It ain't enough for you to fall in love. I want you upstairs.
That's the example that she's talking about.
Yeah, I'm a stare. I'm a stare into your soul. I'm
content though. Yeah. If you follow Basic,
I'm gonna make you do a double take.
Listen, but it ain't just about her. It's about me too. Make sure y'all follow me on all my platforms.
Back there.
Make sure y'all follow me on all my platforms too.
Oh gosh,
on everything. So once you probably look the name up, you'll find mainly everything. I gotta put the 2 on 5 in there. What's all that movement back there? Always with that one, of course, because I ain't gonna put none of the other content up. I ain't got permission for that part. So we try to keep it real basic on here, no pun intended. But while I sit here and enjoy my oatmeal, tonight we are having a fun topic. We're just talking about just thought-provoking conversations, just things that's going to help us expand our minds a little bit more, getting to know each other on other levels, hearing, I guess, the questions and diving deeper into stuff that could either be personal or things that's more universal. So that's what we're kind of talking about. Would you like me to kick this off right here? This is
you got the first question.
Okay, so everybody can answer this. I like this. Yes, I'm eating porridge on air. He said eating porridge on air is ghetto. I follow all Michael Burford. Yes, sir. Yeah, me.
Is there a difference between porridge and oatmeal?
Not at all. Not at all. I'm gonna eat my struggle meal.
Porridge makes it sound like Goldilocks and the Three Bears.
So everybody can participate with this as questions, just as general questions, but me and Basic going to talk about it. So this is the first question. You ready?
Mm-hmm.
What is your opinion on having kids? So don't look at it the same way if I was asking a person who don't have kids, but I'm asking the person who do have kids. What is your opinion on having a kid?
Having a kid is probably, dang, I can't look at it from the perspective of a parent.
You are looking at him, yes.
Oh, okay. I thought that's what you were saying.
You're answering it.
You know what, Nat? What's so funny is that when I heard the question, I just knew that was going to be like the answer that somebody was going to give. Like, is ghetto?
Yeah. It's simultaneously also in ghetto as fuck. Hey.
As a parent of a 20-year-old, I will say this: it is the hardest and also the most rewarding job I've ever. Like, it's rewarding and also super hard.
Right.
It has made me question so many things in my life. It will change your life. So if you're not ready to have your life completely altered, don't have kids. Like, don't have kids, because your life is not gonna be like, if you're not able to be selfless, and if you're not ready to think about somebody else more than you think about your own self, and many times probably isn't the time. You probably don't want to have no kids. Like, it is, and what's so funny is, like, my daughter is 20, and yes, things have changed, but I still like feel like I have the worry doesn't stop just because they become an adult. It's just a different worry. You know what I mean? It's just a different kind of thing. Through the phases of their lives, like, the worry doesn't change. The stress of being a parent doesn't change. It just alters slightly. Okay. That's all. Oh. So if you're not ready for like a lifelong
Chaz with the comment of the day.
Go ahead.
No, keep going. Life of worry.
Then don't do it. If you don't want to do it for a lifelong period of time, don't do it.
In this economy, hell to the no. I honestly thought you should only do it when you feel like you can be responsible for their growth and provide them a consistent and healthy environment to grow up.
Right. And not just financially. I think we always talk about the financial aspects.
We got you on that in Seneca. Go ahead.
We always talk about the financial aspects of be ready financially for children, but it's also the emotional aspects as well. If you're not emotionally, mentally ready and prepared to care for another person, don't have children. Like, don't just be financially prepared, be mentally and emotionally prepared, because that is just as important.
Right.
You gotta be ready in that front too.
Basic got her pearls on her neck today. She ain't playing no game.
What are they? These are little hearts, little studded hearts.
She looking like Nino Brown today.
They're not diamonds.
Looking like Nino Brown today.
Wait, let me get Seneca. Having kids is like a box of chocolates. You never. So true.
Yeah, but that's that S word at the end of the kid.
You never know what you're gonna get. Listen, my mom once told me that you can only worry about the things that you can control, and we cannot control who our children are, and like who we have influence over their upbringing and teaching them right and wrong, but there are a lot of things that we cannot control, and they are going to be their own person at the end of the day. And the only thing that we can do is guide them. That's all we can do. Care for them and guide them. But who they end up being at the end of the day is completely up to them. We cannot control that. Got to be okay with that.
Shit like that game. Can you guess who's a mystery? That's the fucking kid. Like, you don't know what the hell they're going to turn into. You kind of see it, but then you're like,
right.
That might not be them.
Nat said, I cry from the pressure sometimes, but also cry from being overjoyed when I watch how awesome my tiny people are and them growing. You know, I get that, Nat. How many times have I cried about Lola in here?
Oh my God.
Like, it is. That's why I said it's the hardest, but also the most rewarding thing. Like, I cry tears of joy, and I also have cried due to pressure. Like, it feels, it's to be worried about someone and their well-being to that capacity, to be fearful that you're not enough, or that you're not giving them enough or providing enough, or that you may, not be able to protect them from everything. Like, it's a lot of pressure on a person. And it can be taxing. Like, it can be hard. it can be emotionally super, like even more stressful than you dealing with your own stuff, just trying to like figure out how to get through this life for your kids. So
Yeah.
I get it.
The struggles, of course, of taking care of a kid is not no fucking joke.
No, what's your advice, Mike?
I was about to say, I would say nerve-wracking, because you just want to be the best possible person you can be towards the children that you have. And it's also, you don't want to disappoint them. So it's like, you want to be as good as you can as a parent, and just try your best not to disappoint them with the smallest things. Like the smallest things is what you feel like you'll disappoint them about. Like I sometimes I feel like I'll disappoint my daughter if I don't do a particular thing sometimes. And maybe that was all me at one point, because now I'll just be like, Gabby, get out my damn face. Like I love her. Like I mess with her.
Yeah.
But I think it's just a difference in how it was when she was younger compared to where she's at now. She's at now, she's still a child, she's still a kid, but she's growing into her own. I can see it now. Like as she's growing up, she'll be 13 soon. So she's getting up there as far as mental, and she's able to do stuff a lot more for herself. So I don't have too much to worry about with her. But it is definitely a roller coaster having a kid.
Yeah.
A big roller coaster. Like I wouldn't change it for anything, but I would change the person. But let's get back to it. Like, all right, we're going back to the questions. You got anything, or you want me to go again?
We got one more. Apazzi's here, and he said it's difficult, but it can be very rewarding. 100%. Like it's so hard, but
let's welcome in Pazzi.
It's also so difficult. Like,
right.
Like it's so difficult, but it's like when I see the person that my kid is becoming, it's rewarding. I feel like she reminds me, I'm at this stage in my life where I'm reminded of the things that I've done right. Even when I thought like I didn't know if I was doing right. Like I'm finally starting to see that maybe I did. Like maybe the choices that I made were the right choices. Yeah. You know, that kind of stuff.
Right. Man, the pressure of having to be both parents on regular makes you feel like a disappointment most of the time. Listen, Natty, that probably is the realest fucking answer I've ever seen. Like out of answering these type of questions, because a lot of the times when people are in position to be the other parent or the other parent, if you get what I mean by that, like when you're one of the other, you kind of like it. Your argument is just different. It's more or less with yourself. Yeah. But when you're taking on both of them roles, can't nobody tell you shit, because it's like, listen, if you don't know what I go through, and you don't understand my life, and you don't experience the same thing that I'm experiencing, don't have this conversation with me. Right. Because in my personal opinion, I'm like, if somebody can have a conversation with you about your parenting, they should be able to open up them doors to help you out a little bit more. Yeah. That's all. Like, don't say shit if you ain't about that life. Like, right. Some things you can speak on as far as reading books or studying or knowing a little bit of something, but you can't experience what they experience at all, what y'all experience. I'm sorry. You know what? You basic. I'm putting this way. You basic. Yeah. I'm mirrored, so my stuff is on the side.
I identify with that. Lola's father's never been in her life. So I get it. I think
no, Chaz, I don't.
Like I get exactly what you mean. It is a struggle. It is. I'm not going to talk about it too much because I'm probably going to cry if I talk about it. So I'm not going to talk about it. But it is hard when you are taking on the mantle of being the sole parent, and you don't have anyone to bounce ideas off of, and you don't have anybody to talk through parenting, or like on the nights when they're sick and you're by yourself and you have to get up and figure it all out on yourself, and you have no one to lean on. Like sometimes just even if you're co-parenting with someone and you're not together, at least you know that there's someone that you're bouncing ideas off of. Like you're not, you know what I mean? There could potentially be a balance.
You're good.
There.
Basically, it's gonna be okay, I promise.
There could potentially be someone you could like, might not be in the struggle alone. There are instances when you're co-parenting, and yes, you still are in the struggle alone. But like when you know that you're the sole person taking care of this life or multiple lives, I feel like it's just the weight of it can feel sometimes like almost insurmountable. Like you don't know if you can like get past it, but you can. You can.
He said, "I need a whole polycool. Raise your child dead ass." Understood. 1 second, Chaz. I want to pull up your comments, but no, I don't mean in the sense of men versus women or any. That's not how I'm thinking. What I'm thinking is, it's just the struggles of raising a child. Period. That's all I mean. I watched my mom do it. Most of us has grew up with just our moms doing it. It's more or less like there were people in my mom's life that really helped. My grandmother was there, my uncles. So like I look at my uncles as being more of fathers than I do my own. I would say that because they were there, like my mom's life, what she went through, she had help. She had a lot of help because if it, like not, I don't want to put too much business out there, but something happened to us early on in our life that just, it was a reality check. So I live with stuff like that. I have lived with that. So it was like, it's more or less just having the whole, when they say it takes the village to raise the child, like, yeah, the village was raising us and they definitely did a good job. They did as best as they could and they did a great job at it for some of us. Not everybody is the same. Not talking about brothers and sisters, but not everybody's the same. So, yeah. And Marcus said, by that logic, no one can have the with anyone about parenting. Not necessarily about that. I think that I was just going based off of if I don't have children or if I'm not taking care of my child, how can I go tell a woman about, or that the primary parent that, about what they're doing or whatever the case is, if they, like I can understand that struggle. That's basically what I mean. I can understand how, oh, well, you should be able to have money. Like, how some people will throw the government at you. Oh, won't you gonna get on welfare? Won't you gonna do this? They give you everything. Like they do that shit where there's like, you kind of showing like you trying to put somebody in a position like as if like, look, you're weak, go get help, like from the government or something, go do that shit. Like, and some people don't want that shit. Some people just want to go ahead and try their best to succeed without having that. Because guess what? When you go and fill out job applications, they're gonna ask your ass, "Are you on welfare?" Like they will ask you those questions. I don't know if they still do it now, but I know that shit was on there. I ain't filled out for a job in a very long time, but I remember it being on there. So that's another thing I guess I was looking at. So even if there's a parent absent, the sole parent pulls through and does an amazing job. Yeah, and that's the hope that happens. That's the hope. What about friends and family? And I think that's answering. I think he was answering like when I was saying that. Oh, that's to you? Okay, go ahead.
I think he's asking about like being so and because the next follow-up question, Marcus was saying that it's a communal effort. I get what you're saying. I did have people in my life who helped, obviously. But that doesn't take away the feeling of being the sole responsible person of my, like, I'm responsible for my child. My parents were there in my life. I'm blessed for my father and the other male figures in my life that were able to provide a fatherly figure to Lola when her father was not there. So yes, there were other people that were around. However, that did not, for me, I can only speak for myself. That did not change the amount of pressure that I felt as her sole parent. And they can't be there all the time. Like there were times when there were things that I had to do on my own for myself, and struggles that I had to go through that I wasn't taking everybody along with me for. You know what I mean? You can't. And sometimes you feel like you just can't, like, or you just don't want to, or you don't want to put your burden on everybody else. Not saying that parenting is a burden, but whatever you're dealing with at the time, you don't want to put that on everybody else. And so I can only speak for me. Yes, there were people in my life that definitely played a pivotal part in Lola's upbringing, my daughter's upbringing, but it didn't change the amount of like pressure that it still felt to be able to provide a certain type of lifestyle and a healthy, productive lifestyle for my child. Like I still carried that weight with me all the time.
Right. Okay. Well, that answers the question. Hopefully it answers it for Marcus.
We're right under, yeah.
Give yourself credit. Your daughter is tough like her mother.
Thank you.
You know Posy?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
I'm saying, I guess she's saying in my case, I don't have family to lean back on. Ooh, okay.
That is not always there for people. You know what I mean? Some of us are blessed to have family. Some of us might not be.
Right.
We might have to just carry it on our own.
Right.
Tony.
Tony Baloney.
Welcome.
What's going on, Tony? How are you? Shout out to all the parents who got through raising them alone. Yeah. My mom had some fucking kids. They used to call Pam's kids. Hey, a lot of them nickels. So, but all right. So you ready to move on? You got something for me? Or you want me to go?
I have a question. All right. My question is, what negative self-talk do you struggle with?
Oh,
now, this might be hard for you because I feel like you lean towards sunshine and rainbows.
Not rainbows and sunshine. Not that.
You on the negative speak like barometer. You lean towards sunshine and rainbows. But if you have any negative self-talk, what do you struggle with?
Probably my curse words.
No, about yourself.
Oh, about myself.
Like your own negative self-talk, things that you say to yourself that's negative.
Oh, fuck.
Me too, Tony.
I still, when relationships and stuff still go bad for me, I still struggle with I'm failing. Even if I feel like it isn't my fault necessarily.
You still feel like you take the blame?
I feel like take blame for that shit. Because I'm like, I couldn't help it be better.
Yeah.
So it's not like I'm sitting and like, oh, I can't move on. That's just, something I feel. I don't like to ignore things just because I feel like mentally I could just move on with my life out of nowhere. That's not fun. I think that's robotic. And I think that can be very unhuman-like. That's just me.
Yeah.
I get like all of us have positions where we can move on in our life, but the most humane thing you can do is admit to your own shit and admit to when you feel like you've done something.
Yeah.
Because I hate always feeling like I'm the judger. So there's no way I can. That's why when you said self-hate, I would never be like, oh, I don't have this. Like, no. Sometimes that failure thing kicks in.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
I don't know why seeing Seneca's the next comment that she's in response to this
I'm just
question.
Putting her stuff
I don't know why seeing this made me want to cry. I think it's because
Oh shit.
I promise I'm not gonna cry. I felt for you because I feel like I struggle with the same thing. I am 100% my own worst enemy in a lot of situations. I can be confident in myself, but also I am the person that tells I struggle with thinking, or sometimes feeling like I'm failing, or I'm not enough, or that there's something missing. And I'm just like, you know what I mean? I struggle with that a lot. It's hard because I also know who I am. Like, I'm aware of who I am and the person that I am, but I think I'm always fearful that maybe maybe I am, maybe there's something missing, or maybe I'm not doing enough, or you struggle with it with parenting, you struggle with it in relationships, you struggle with it on your job, you can struggle with it in 1,000 different ways of just feeling like, especially when like, and this is, I think it could be a struggle for anybody, but I know it's been a struggle for me. So, when you compare it to what you see other people experiencing, and maybe you haven't had the opportunity to experience that yourself, and you're like, what is it about me that has kept me from having this experience? You know what I mean? Or what is it about me that is keeping me going through these same things, and it's deeper, of course, obviously, than something's wrong with me. And there's 1,000 different reasons for 1,000 different things, and we don't have to like dissect it and explain it, but you just often feel like maybe I'm not enough, and I think we'll go through periods of times where we might struggle with that more than others. We also have to like really search and try to like really achieve like self-love and not do that, because we can talk our own selves out of the best situations. You know what I mean? We can be our own worst enemies. And that's something that I've definitely struggled with in the past, of just like feeling like, well, maybe something's wrong with me, or maybe I'm not doing something right, or, just constantly being in your own head about who you are.
Tay was writing stuff, so I was going to let you finish up, and I'll let you get back to them so you can see exactly what they're talking about.
Tony said, yeah, you feel inadequate. Yeah. Or like imposter syndrome. Yes. Yeah, no, I get that. Yeah. I feel like we all probably maybe to some degree struggle with that in some ways. Yeah.
Imposter syndrome?
Yeah. Sometimes, feeling like how, what am I doing here? You know what I mean? Marcus said, oh, where are the cool kids at? I can't with Marcus. So I'm really hard on myself on a regular basis. One of my main things, I feel like I wasn't enough to make my family work for my boys. Oh, see, I'm when I tell you, y'all are gonna make me do it. Y'all are gonna make me cry. One of my main things, I feel that I wasn't enough to make my family work for my boys. I never wanted my children to grow up in a single parent house. I'm not gonna do this. I can't do this with y'all today. Let me get myself together.
Hey, do what you got to do. I'm here. I'm sitting right here.
For many years, I struggled with that with Lola, because like I said, her father was never in her life, and I felt guilt. I'm sorry, Dad. I want to make you cry. I felt guilt because I didn't provide her with the life that I thought she deserved with having two parents. I struggled with that. I struggled with that for a very long time. And I often was holding myself back from personal happiness because I didn't feel like I deserved it. Like I didn't want to date. I didn't want to like enjoy things or have things of my own because I felt like I had robbed her of something and I didn't deserve to have my own happiness. I struggled with that for quite a few years. It took a while before I was able to feel differently. I really can't pinpoint when the turning point was and when that changed for me, but I had a really hard time with that. Like I just felt like I had failed her because I didn't give her a situation where she had both parents. You know what I mean? I felt like I had put us in a situation where we're always going to be struggling. I had put her in a situation where she wasn't going to be able to experience what all the other kids around her was experiencing. I felt like, she was growing up feeling like I thought she was going to grow up feeling like she had lacked something and wouldn't be happy. Like that was my biggest fear when she was young, like that she would grow up and resent me or grow up and like feel like I hadn't made her happy and like she didn't have a fulfilling life. I struggled with that for so many years. And I think one pivotal moment I could tell you is like I was in church. My pastor said something to me about it. And he said, you keep yourself from experiencing joy because you're still punishing yourself for what you think how you think you failed in this way to her. And it was the first time somebody had said it to me, like said it out loud and I heard someone saying it. But I 100% was doing that. Like I didn't want to date. I didn't want to find anybody. Anytime somebody would get close, I would back away because I thought that I didn't deserve it. I thought that it wasn't like I didn't deserve to be happy because of it. It just took a while for me to get past that. And for me to like, it took a long time, but I mean, eventually I did. I can't pinpoint when it was, but eventually I did. It was hard though. It's a hard journey when you're carrying that guilt around with you. And you have to learn how to like get past that.
Gotcha. Chaz had wrote a couple things. I'm gonna give to some of these comments. I know.
Okay.
Oh shit, they dropping. Ooh, Marcus is saying that's where the cool kids is at. Get these comments in. Chaz said, "Yeah, I've had imposter syndrome before. Now I try to be self-critical and lay out how I can functionally get to a place where I don't feel that way." Yeah. Oh shit.
I'm trying. I'm doing my best to keep them in.
I'm definitely hard on myself. I think that's why I'm so mean to people, because I'm mean to myself. Oh, Tony, you telling some stories over here, Tony. I'm sorry. I'm a total open book. Ain't nothing wrong with that. But, just give your energy to the best people that you can possibly give it to. Everybody does not deserve that level of your book, I guess, because they would use that shit against you.
Mm-hmm.
So, but you're open book with us. So I love these answers. Basic, I would say like, so with what you felt as far as that, how did you feel like you've gotten past it at this point? Do you feel like you passed it, or do you feel like you still surface around it a little bit?
I had to do the work to forgive myself, because it wasn't like what happened to me, what happened. Like I wasn't
What up, Mike?
Like I had to like really say to myself, like I didn't purposely put us in the situation, and yes, it happened, and yes, it's unfortunate. However,
this is the topic tonight, guys.
My child is happy.
Mm-hmm.
She's healthy. I worked very hard to like try to provide a happy, healthy space. Yeah. And then it came a point in my life where I was just like, I do want something for me, and I have to let go of this guilt, because I'm doing everything that I can. And I know I'm doing everything that I can to give her, a happy, healthy life, and to provide for her. And I'm working really hard. And, I just had to like really like sit back and think about that. Like I'm working really hard to like take care of her. I'm doing everything. I'm making all the choices and doing the best thing that I can, the best I can, to like really, provide the best kind of situation.
Go ahead, keep going.
The best kind of situation that I can. I'm trying my best. And that's really all that any parent can do, whether they're in a 2-parent home or not. Like everybody's we're all just doing our best. Yeah. We're all just doing our best. And as long as we're doing that, we have to like sort of like, we have to give. Here's another thing, and this is what I tell everybody. Part of it was I started to really, really focus on giving myself the same grace that I give other people. Like I have to give, I give other people grace, because if I can't give them grace, then how can I give myself grace? Right? Mm-hmm. How can I, if I can't forgive other people, how can I forgive myself for the things that like I'm so hard on myself about? I had to give myself the same grace that I give other people. I had to be able to forgive myself for things that I was blaming myself for. And I had to really look at myself through the same lens that I was so easily willing to look at other people. I was able to see how I could forgive other situations and other people, but not myself. Mm-hmm. And I had to give myself that same grace. So I had to sit down and really like look at it and realize, you're working hard, you're trying hard, you're doing everything you can for this kid. And she's happy, and she's healthy, and she feels loved, and she's safe. You're doing a good job. Like it may not be everything that you hoped it would have been, but you're doing a good job, and you have to acknowledge it. And in acknowledging that, now you have to accept that you can have your own happiness too. You have to stop carrying that around.
Well, you answered my question. Well, I will say this before we continue on to the next one. of course, you're at the space where you at now, but this is just me showing that big little brother or little big brother energy, whatever you want to call it. Um, don't ever feel like you did anything wrong for that, because that was not your fault. Someone chose to do what they did. They didn't want to take care of their child. And I'm sorry that you had to go through that and you had to experience that in life. It's never should be up to one person to just do something where the child should be celebrated across the families. And that means on both sides, between the mother and the father. Why does my thing keep going out like that? You hear that? Oh, there's your headphones.
Oh, I thought it was me. No, it was it my headphones? I don't know.
I don't know, whatever it was, thug. But that joint did something.
Could you hear me?
That shit was husky.
Your voice just went. I'm sorry. We back.
Oh, you're gonna blame me? All right, I'll take the blame. Sure, I'll take the blame. But anyway,
no, it could have been. They're not open. They're sitting right here close to me though. So, and I know my phone, my tablet.
Sometimes they'll register real quick with each other and they'll pick that sound up. Yeah. So it happens. But no, just saying, like, their families should be taking care of the children, because that's just, it's, you help people grow. The family should be taking care of people. And he had a job that he had to do and he chose not to do it. But you were closer with his mom on that side, right? No, nobody?
No.
Well,
I just to not say too much, I made efforts to reach out to family because I don't think they knew. His family lived in other states, not with us. And I'm almost certain he probably didn't say anything. And I made efforts to reach out to any family that I could find, but unsuccessfully. So,
yeah. Okay. Oof. All right. I feel like we answered some of these before. Hold on. Sorry, y'all. I'm on my way back. Where the hell did the thing go? Sorry, basic. I'm coming, guys. I'm coming.
Marcus said he thought we both froze. Nah, we here. We didn't freeze.
Ooh. What do you go to? Who do you go to for advice? If you go to anybody.
Yes. I don't have many people that I go to for advice. I think I've said this before. I'm very very close, like closed up sometimes when it comes to asking for help and stuff like that. But I will talk to my sister. I do have a very close friend who I will often bounce ideas off of and talk to them. And then I'm blessed to have somebody in my life now that is someone that I know when they're coming to me and I'm talking to them about things, he will tell me not just what he thinks I want to hear, but what he feels like objectively I probably need to hear. So yeah, there's a couple people in my life that I will go to. Like I know that when I go to him, he's going to tell me the things that I need to hear. It may not always be like what I want to hear, and he's telling me with love. So that's that I can appreciate.
Okay.
What about you, Mike?
Yeah, I go to people for advice. Chaz, Marcus, people in my family. Just people that I trust with information that I can talk to them about. So I get advice from them.
Yeah.
My uncle is really good with advice. He play around a lot. That dude is smart as fuck. Like my Uncle Mike. Oh God, he's smart. It was like I was listening to an old conversation we were having, and he was one of the first people's. What up, Rachel? He was one of the first people I heard talk about. I posted it too on TikTok. About Black people having things for themselves at one point in time, and it being snatched from us and taken from us. And he believes, that's just his thoughts. he believes a lot of things could have been different had these people left us the fuck alone at one point, you know, like when you had the Black Wall Street and you had the black, you know, the people down in Tulsa, Oklahoma, when they had that town that had 2,000 people and they were thriving and successful, and jealous white people came and burnt that shit down to the ground. Burnt $1.6 million of it, which equate to $27 million in today's society.
Wild.
Yeah. Like, you burnt all that shit to the ground. And he believed that at that time, and this is when I was younger, so it was like, I didn't know, like, he thought like that, and then I heard it again on the podcast. I was like, oh shit, he said this before. So I believe like we could have that, and that example could have set examples in other areas, but that would have meant white people had to change too. And that shit was not happening. Motherfuckers wasn't changing nothing, and then they literally still look the same to this day. If you want to say people haven't changed, we've been through so many changes. Black people, we've grown so many different ways. And I'm not saying all white people, but white people have grown too. It's just that we're talking about the ones that still act the same way as their fucking forefathers and foremothers or whatever you want to call it. Like, they still act the same like them, you know. So yeah, I believe we could have been through some change. So yeah. I have another one for you. Have you ever stopped being friends with someone because of their political views? Not yet, but I feel like that shit is coming.
Yes, recently.
Okay.
And not just because, let me clarify. I do believe it's not just as simple as, oh, you're Democrat, I'm Republican, so we can't be friends. It was very specific, like radicalism. People that have been around us, like in this circle, like here in our chat, that shocked me during the election process in the misinformation that they were spewing out on social media recently. And I was so disappointed that I had to unfriend them. Like, I was blown. It was crazy to me. It was such a radical viewpoint, and it was so damaging and negative, and they like just kept putting it out there, and I was like, yeah, this is not okay. Like, if this is how you think, I don't think that we can be friends. Like, this is not okay. And I was shocked. I was surprised. You know, I get why people might have differing views politically, but when your reasoning for said political differences is backed by like very extremist thoughts that have no like factual backing to it, they're just opinion, you know what I mean? And it's really like crazy and radical. Yeah, I'm good. Like, I'm good.
So I look at it like this. If I call you a friend, that means you're a lot closer than what you think you are. So I don't call everybody a friend. I'll say that my homie or he cool or whatever the case is. But if it's a friend, depending on what you're telling me is what's going to matter. Because it's like, your political views can be, hey, I'm a Democrat, but I don't support these particular things. But if those particular things are a problem to people, we're talking about the whole thing of people, not everybody, but just let's say a particular group of people that's damaging to them. I'm gonna say, well, your political views is telling me that you will support something that's damaging to people, to these group of people. So that's a problem, because you don't see like that's inhumane in a way. You know, like stripping people of medical rights. That's just because of their choice in life, or just because of their right in life, or just because of what they want to do with their lives. Like, you want to strip that away from them, that's a problem. Like that's annoying, because it's like you don't care about people. I care about people, so chances are, if you are what you say you are, then I have to go with that. I'm not going to. What can I do? Like, why would I invest my personal something into it, or stop being with somebody, or stop being cool with somebody because of something? Why would I do that? Like,
right.
I mean, And I feel like people need to let people do what they're going to do. This is what they love to do. This is who they are. And so why would we want to do that? But I've had people that I was getting myself to a point where I'm friends with them, but your support of a particular person, and when you start naming things like why you wouldn't vote for Kamala because she's a woman, and because she was a black woman, and because you believe she was emotional, and because you wanted to believe all types of other stuff and say that she's not this or not that. And I'm like, you could have gave me anything else, but you gave me that, and that was a problem to me. Yeah. You could have said, hey, I don't like her support of the war. I've had a friend tell me, well, I don't like her support of the war. What can I say? Yeah.
Yeah.
What can the fucking I do? Some people will talk about her locking people up. Cool. I mean, dig deeper to obviously learn some things about it, but just that could be a legitimate reason. But because of what she is as a woman, what the fuck? Like, nah, that don't make sense to me. So that's why I say, like, some people's shit just be weird. Like, I just can't do it. But
no, I get it. I agree.
Yeah, I've stopped following people because I've had a person that I considered a friend at one point, and I watched them post up a thing of Megan Thee Stallion, like, oh, this is who Kamala Harris supported, this bitch shaking her ass. And I'm sitting here like, delete, because I'm not going to respond to you.
Right.
You won't even know I'm there. One day you're going to be like, man, what's up with Mike? And you're going to be like, I thought I was following him. Nope.
Right. Sorry.
Nope. You remember me, but I forgot you. That's how it's going to be for me.
Yeah.
So, yeah, let's move on with our time. You got one for me?
Oh, yeah. Hold on.
Yeah, go ahead and play. Let me get Tony's stuff up there.
Okay, go ahead.
Chad said, here's a fellow creative question. What's on your political platform?
What do you mean? Can you clarify that question?
They're giving us questions back. Like I'm asking a question from a game. They like, nigga, what's your political views?
Not political views, but for sure religious views. I have unfriended a few people, not because of what they believed, but for their judgment and what I believe in my practices. Understandable. Define political view. I think he's asking what you mean by political view. Like where a person stands. I don't think he means like whether you are Republican or
Democrat. No. I'm thinking of the question as he's telling me, and I'm thinking like, as they're telling me, I'm like, I think I defined it a little bit, like
in talking about it,
Then talking about what they think is this or that, and then listening to how they're defining it and how they're bringing it to, like, the conversation. Like if I say, hey, I don't support Donald, I ain't gonna mention his name, but I don't support Republicans because they all they want to do is take taxes away from people, blah, blah, blah. Okay, that's their political views. That means they've studied a little bit and got into it. But if I say I don't want to support Republicans because Sexy Red was on the stage with Donald Trump, then like, what the fuck are you talking about? That shouldn't be the reason why.
Yeah.
That don't even make sense. Like, so what? She was on stage with him. She agrees with him. Cool.
Right.
Except as matter people can't understand. It's okay to disagree. Yeah. Like, what type of policies do you want enacted on the local, state level?
Are you asking us personally, or like, are you? So I'm gonna say this and I hope this doesn't sound like weird or rude. I don't particularly like to speak or like to put my political views out there. And not because there's anything to hide. It's just, I feel like there's so much I feel like it's a huge question that does like
that's a very big ass
open
thing,
for like lots of discourse, and so you have to be.
That sounds like a good conversation to have.
You have to be prepared to explain a lot of different things. And it's not like I no way hide how I feel and who.
It's a good question, Posey.
Like where I stand politically. It's just like
Is it Posey or Posey?
Posey.
Posey.
Yeah.
What emotional and emotional improvements are you trying to improve on in 2025? My emotional stability is actually pretty good. I've had a moment one time last year. I think I talked to you about it, basically.
Mm-hmm.
And that's about it. Self-improvements. I'm trying to get this sexy ass body going. Yeah, man. You know, like I'll get a little bit of injections and shit on my keloids.
You want to get some injections?
Sexy ass keloids, huh?
Is that what you said? Injections?
Yeah, I got my.
We're gonna circle back because
no, we ain't circling back. I'm gonna explain it right now.
Okay, go ahead.
It's cortisone shots. That's all. Get it shrunken. Get my little keloid shot.
And they shrink them?
Yeah, it shrinks it down. Yeah, you know. Yeah. I'm gonna get on surgery on my nuts and get them, but not my. As we're moving on in life, yeah, my self-improvement is just that, get this body right, you know, do some push-ups.
Yeah.
Keep on getting it, you know. And she said, yeah. Like, wait, like you even think just talk about his nuts just a little while ago.
Oh, man.
But yeah, what about you, Basic? What is your
self and emotional one? I I said smooth as eggs. I'm sorry, I couldn't let it go. I definitely want to get back to focusing on myself and my own my physical health and my mental. Like I think that there's been a lot of stuff happening family wise that has sort of taken me out of focusing on like my own personal health, whether it be like physical and, you know, working out and all that stuff, and my mental health. I think I've been sort of lately consumed with a lot of things that are not related to me personally. And not to say that I want to stop focusing on those things, but I really do need to refocus on myself and my own personal happiness. Also just like really like putting myself in a place where I am, and I've been doing this for a bit, but you know, making choices that feel good for me and that are right for me and that make me happy, and not making choices that are, you know, dependent on how it makes everybody else feel. You know, that's my I've been on a journey so that's not just beginning in 2025. That has already kind of started. Like I'm really in a place where I'm pushing like doing what makes me happy and focusing on the things that make me happy and living in that moment. What happened?
Yeah.
Was it Marcus? I might go and get that.
L smooth smoothos. What?
Is that what we're calling
Smoothos Havos?
Huevos, sir.
Fuck out of here. That means balls, yeah. No.
Huevos.
I'm distracted by Basic nails. They are fire.
Thank
Basic
you.
always get. Y'all never noticed? Like I can go back to. I swear I could just do a whole podcast on her nails, just like in different episodes. There's never a time when she show up with Basic nails. You see what I'm saying? That? Yeah.
I see what you did there.
Never got no Basic nails on. Like she be crying and I'm supposed to be like, she be shining bright like a diamond. The middle finger got diamonds all over it and shit. You be like, oh, yeah. All right.
But no, just to sum it up, I'm focusing on the things that make me happy, like staying true to myself, the things that make me happy, right. Doing what feels good and right for me, and like living in a space where I'm really focused on taking care of myself, right, and making myself happy.
Right.
Yeah.
I like it and I love it at the same time. I know why she got a glow though. I know why she got her glow. Y'all don't know, but I know. Mike knows everything.
Thank you, Shane.
But all right, so I had another one up here. Let's ask this one. I want to see how you answer this.
Okay.
Do you think your life is easier or harder now compared to when you were younger?
I gotta stop you for a second. Marcus. Immediately no.
Did he just put a baby? Yo, what the fuck? Yo.
Immediately no.
Yo.
Absolutely not.
I think he actually cussed at you for the first time, yo.
Right. I'm offended. I'm offended
little...
immediately. Ain't no way. You definitely wouldn't be seeing a glow.
She got that baby glow.
That definitely wouldn't be a glow.
Yeah, yeah.
Absolutely not.
Are you being nice? No. Marcus is not being nice. They put a baby up there. That's fucking wild. Anyway, back to the question. I didn't even know you seen that. Do you think your life is easier or harder now compared to when you were younger? How you think of that one?
I mean, I think we could all say like when we were younger.
Oh, all right, cool. We agree. Because I'm like, when I was young, that shit was only thing that was hard about it was that you had to wait to eat.
Yeah, like what struggles were we having when we were younger?
No, Chaz is different.
Good question. How young? Because if you're talking about kid young,
I was a kid. That shit was fun.
Right.
Teenager years is a little rough, but I still have fun.
The older you get, the more responsibilities you have.
Mm-hmm.
The more like life and knowledge you have. So now you really struggling.
that pressures of being 17.
What you said about ATL?
I don't know.
Mid-20s was tough. I wouldn't say. I had some bumps in my mid-20s.
Oh, sorry.
I can see. I mean, that's your growing phase, though, too. Would share what you say? Chaz, would you say it's like personal things that happened that made it hard? My mid-20s was like me figuring out who I was, and also I became a mother. And then hold on. Yeah, it's ready. Sorry, y'all. It's a kid. Lola.
Oh no, you're good.
Check your email because that's where the barcode is. It's ready though for you to pick it up. It's at the other one, not the one down here. The one by the school.
Hi, yeah. Lola. How you doing, Lola?
Lola,
welcome to the podcast, Lola.
She's mad because she's going to go pick up groceries.
Oh, she'll be all right.
No, that's not why I'm mad.
Why?
I don't like the location.
Okay, bye, girl. Bye. She don't like the location where I picked up the groceries. see how life is in your 20s? You mad because you don't like the location your mother picked to go pick up the groceries she picked.
That she picked out?
I paid for. She put what she wanted on the list. I paid for it, and she just got to go pick it up. She don't like the location. It's not in an unsafe location. She just don't like that Walmart. He said, like Marcus said, I'm sorry, Marcus. I said he. They said life is Gucci now. I got money. Listen, I think so. Here's the thing, right? Yes, we do have money, but we also have bills. Right. When I hit my 30s, I did like myself more than I did in my 20s. I think I loved myself more in my 30s. Like when I don't know if this is for all women, and women chime in. When I hit my 30s, I like that answer, Seneca. When I hit my 30s, I loved myself more than I did in my 20s. Or even in my teenage years. I appreciated myself way more.
Right.
But yeah. I mean, I moved away from home, was houseless twice during the time, wasn't making a lot of money. My life is that I can understand that then. That makes sense. Yeah. Life's moving like my mom. I can't. But it's easier now than when I was a kid because I have more control over what happens to me. As a kid, I was forced to be an adult, raising my siblings and taking care of the household. I can understand that. I'm literally not concerned by my bills, and I haven't been for years. That's beautiful.
It's a beauty of having overtime.
That's a beautiful thing. Too. I wish we could all say that.
Y'all didn't ask about happiness, which I am. The question was if it's easier.
That is true.
I know. Mike, you got to start hacking, manscaping, crop preserve now, I guess. I'm not really going to get my balls done, y'all. Y'all do know that. They are literally prepping me for my ball preparation. I was just being goofy, but I shouldn't have said the joke. Anyway, so I would just say like it was easier when I was younger because, you know, didn't have to worry about a lot of shit. That's the part. Is like, not to say anything about market status and like that has nothing to do with it, but some people have more things that benefits them in life more than others. So when you in certain positions, listen, it's going to be easier for the ones who put themselves in a certain position. And that's the beauty of it being easy. But for the ones who had to take other routes, that shit ain't as easy. So of course, when you look at your younger life, you're like, yeah, it was easy to sit on my mom's fucking. It was easy to hear my mom bitch and complain a little bit. That's all. It was easier to listen to that, just a little bit. Like it ain't easy for everybody, but it was easy for me. So, but I do agree with the rewarding part, because if you working and you taking care of yourself, you paying your bills and you paying your life and taking care of your life a certain way, it's rewarding. I used to have a dude when I worked at the post office. He used to say all the time, he said, my life is better than hitting the lottery. I was like, how? He was like, because I get a check every single week. He said, if I was to get the lottery ticket and he said, let's say I won the lottery and somebody stole my ticket, I ain't win shit. He said, but I got this job and I'm winning for every week for the rest of my, he's working obviously, but that was his philosophy. And he would say, yeah, people make jokes about it, but I've been here for 30 plus years.
Yeah.
You're here now looking at me. You can't judge. So you're here to do the same thing I'm doing. I guess.
I will say, like, when I think about it, I will say if I'm doing a comparison of my adult years, I'm definitely now in a better spot than I was, say, in my 20s or even in my 30s. I'm in a better spot. I'm in a better spot emotionally. I'm in a better spot financially. I still have to worry about bills. I'm not as lucky as Marcus. I still have to worry about bills, but I am in a better spot, both emotionally and financially. Yeah.
Yeah, Shane. Yeah, that was tough. Yeah, looking at war and fighting with war and shit. Yeah, I'm gone. Marcus talking about this is 50 million. I'll take those lottos when you find fam. Of course, anybody would.
Listen,
but
give me that lottery.
Yeah. So, all right, we're moving on to the next thing.
Is it my question?
Yes, ma'am.
What is the one thing people misunderstand about you?
I think I answered this before. I did answer this, but I'll answer it again. I feel like I've got something else. Fudge. Come back to me.
Okay. I'll go. I think I think most people would assume that, just from looking on the outside, that or anybody who doesn't really know me, or just like they assume there's no real struggle or anything, or that I might not be dealing with any mental health issues. If you didn't know me, if I didn't talk about it and like the way that I do, I don't think people would assume that I did. I think most of my family, when I have talked about it, has been surprised family that I struggle with severe mental, that I have struggled with severe mental health issues in the past. I think people assume, especially when they don't understand mental health, they don't get why you would be. Like, if you're happy and you're healthy and you're okay, why are you struggling? Like, you'd be surprised how many people will ask you that because they don't understand it. And it's not something that I wear on my sleeve. So you might see me and I might appear to be functioning well, and I could be struggling, in
that moment.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think I used to have that same thing. I think for me personally, I think that I struggle with I think people misunderstand how much of a friend I really am to people. Like,
they don't understand that you an angel on earth.
I forgot about that one. But no, I think in a sense they just don't. I don't think people understand how much of a friend I am really to people.
Mm-hmm.
That's a big thing for me. Like, how I show up for my friends is really a dope ass thing. So.
I started it. I'm sorry. Oh God, I'm sorry. Yo, I'm sorry. Mike was trying to be serious, and I had to go back to the angel. My bad. No, I do get it though, Mike. Your friendships are very, very important to you. You take friendships very seriously. You are a good friend, and your friendships are very. You also an angel heart.
There you go. I guess it's that time anyway. So I'll play the video for people who need context and need to know what the fudge is going on with that. I mentioned something. I'm not to toot my horn with this, but the one massive compliment I give to myself is I love feeling like I'm an angel on earth.
Oh, hell no, man. What the fuck, man?
You like feeling like what?
I'm an angel on earth.
When judgment comes for you, what you gonna do when it ain't nowhere to hide? When judgment comes for you, 'cause it's gonna go for you.
Oh my gosh.
Man. If anybody needs some editing or whatever the case is, go to B for Barkus, aka that person right there, Marcus Gonzalez, because the bullshit. I look at you, look at me now. The best things are free. Yeah. On earth.
Singing Angel of Mine.
Yeah.
Now on earth.
Yeah.
When I asked angel on earth, you leaned into the mic too to make sure that I
did,
heard
and now I'm looking at it, I'm
said.
like, oh shit, I really did lean into the mic.
You leaned into the mic to make sure I heard what you said. Like, oh no, I meant that shit. People don't understand that though, y'all. We don't understand that about Mike.
What you mean you understand about being an angel on earth? Get the hell out of here. Yo, let's move on.
Oh God. Oh.
Y'all are hilarious.
Oh man.
Do we got any more? You got any more for me?
Wait,
is you the one?
Hold on. I think I have some good ones in here.
Angel on earth.
That right there. Right, Seneca. It's the edit. The edit made it even worse. Like
he had all types of angels. He put Goku in that shit too.
When Mike sent me the edit, it was even funnier. Like what I had forgotten about it. When Mike sent me that edit the next morning, I was in tears. Hold on. Okay. What is the most important lesson you took from a past relationship?
Ooh.
Oh, hold on. We have a request. Fat Mike asked, could you play it again?
What the fuck?
Oh, my chest hurts.
How your chest hurt, yo? Like,
oh God. Oh.
Wrong video. Sorry. Clicking too fast. I'm not to toot my horn with this, but the one massive compliment I give to myself is I love feeling like I'm an angel on earth.
Oh, hell no, man. What the fuck, man?
You like feeling like what?
I'm an angel on earth.
When judgment comes for you, what you gonna do when it ain't nowhere to hide? When judgment comes for you, 'cause it's gonna go for you.
It's the stare.
You got your video,
Mike.
man.
It's the
yo, I didn't realize we were
staring
staring all goofy at each other like that. Yo, your face is like, yo.
It never gets old. It's the stare. It's the stare when I asked
Yo, so
when I asked you to clarify and you looked, it was like you were looking me dead in my eyes and said, "An angel on earth." Like you were so serious.
I was serious in that fucking moment. Like, yo.
Oh,
Oh, hell no. I ain't playing that shit in no fucking group chat. No, y'all keep that. Nope.
oh my gosh,
Get me up
y'all.
out of here. Even Tone came in. What's up, Tone?
Oh man, it's so
Tone,
funny.
we on a previous podcast was talking about some shit and we
It was better the second time. I don't even know why it was better the second time you played it, but it was funnier. Like when I looked at your face when you said it again, it was when you took the steal of your look.
And how I'm sitting there like this.
Oh God, when he took the steal of the look in your eyes when you repeated it for me. Oh man.
The fact that y'all laughing at me is wild behavior, y'all.
It's that edit made it so. What's so funny is that the laugh afterwards.
Yeah, you was cracking the fuck up. Like, yo. Y'all didn't hear what she's really saying. She's like, all right, go ahead, Black Angel. She kept calling me Black Angel and shit.
I was like, okay, go ahead, Black Angel. All right.
Then started laughing. I guess she thought about this shit. So,
yes.
Oh my God, asshole stuff.
Oh man. Okay.
I get cool points for everything. So
he did. He gave that face. We're like, you heard me. An angel on earth. Like, oh, okay.
I wouldn't even saying it like that. And you keep repeating yourself, Rachel. Stop saying that on earth.
Okay.
Emphasis
it's
on earth.
So good. Yeah. Angel Mike. Oh man, it's so yes. That's right. Freckled angel. I can't. Mike, can you please be you should have been an angel for Halloween. That would have made it even better.
That should have been funny as fuck.
Oh,
I think I did that before Halloween too, didn't I?
Did we? I think so.
Yeah, it's like a week and a half before Halloween.
Oh, damn. Perfect. Okay, my question before we had that request, I apologize. What is the one thing you learned from a previous relationship?
I forgot about that shit too. I got to go back to this one. Fuck. I gotta pick one of them, right?
Yeah, while you're thinking, I'll give an answer. I have a cocky answer and I have a serious answer.
I could do both too.
My cocky answer is to always remind people who the fuck they're dealing with. People start just like when people get acting crazy in a relationship and they forget that you pull people too. And then you just because I love you don't mean I can't get nobody else.
Oh shit.
Don't get it twisted.
Oh, come on, Basie.
I have definitely had to pull that card. Like
go get him, Basie.
No, put your hands down. No. I have definitely had to like even if don't forget I love you, like if I like you and I'm showing you some attention, don't get crazy, don't act funny. Because the same way I pulled you, I can pull somebody else. Like don't start that crazy. You're not doing me no favors. Sometimes you have to remind people that they're not doing you any favors. That's my cocky answer.
Oh shit. I go soft.
My serious answer is that there comes a time when I have to like stop putting where I put people in front of me. You know what I mean? Where I will give people more consideration or think about people before me. And so I started to put my needs and wants on the back burner, and I had to stop doing that. I learned that I had to stop, what I want and how I feel matters too. So.
How do you follow something like that? Like,
I apologize. My bad.
what the fuck? Like, I'm gonna give you a cocky ass answer too. No, I'm playing. I think that in a previous relationship, I would say, and then not necessarily in the cocky matter, but in a sense of don't tell me your possibilities of leaving. Don't play with me in that realm, because I will let you have exactly what you're asking for.
Right.
If you start playing with the whole, oh well, I could, I could just be talking to somebody else, so I could do this. I'm gonna oblige the fuck out of you with that one. Well, go find that nigga. That's how I'm at with it, because I'm not a non-attractive person. I think I'm attractive. I think I'm okay, but I don't like when people tell me their possibilities of all these other people they can have in their life. Like, okay, cool.
Right. Go find that thing.
So, listen, and this ain't me feeling like no angel. Now I'm gonna say I'm like the genie off of Aladdin. You ain't never seen a nigga like me.
Oh,
no, I'm playing. Had to put a remix on that thing, but no, like, yeah, I'm just being honest. Like, I don't like when people do that shit. Like, don't, the whole, I get like you bad as shit or you look good or whatever the case is, but believe me, we were both single when we met each other. So,
right.
That's a young girl. Nigga, what are you talking about? Anyway, I'm messing with young girls. Anyway, I mess with them all. No, I'm playing. I'm playing. I promise you, I'm just fucking around. But yeah, I think that's just the biggest part. But what's the sad thing? I guess the sad thing would be
not necessarily sad, but the serious thing.
Sad. Yeah. Be more communal and communications and all that other stuff, and just try my best to just spend more time in those disagreements, because maybe I can't just put me in that space all the time and say, yo, your process is the only process. I'm like, I think I'm just more vocal with saying, okay, listen, I don't want to stay in this conversation too long. I've always been vocal about that. I feel like if it ain't going nowhere, if we can't find that, I'm like, all right, let's just leave this shit alone. Like, please find a way how to just, okay, let's get to a settling point and do that. So
yeah. Seneca had an answer for the question. The one thing that she learned from a relationship is that her boundaries aren't up for discussion and are firm. I love that.
Firm like two tight butt cheeks.
Oh my gosh. I've been trying to keep up with the conversation. What are y'all talking about?
They were talking about something that I said.
Okay.
But now this is probably more an answer to me and your thing with the whole, like, that don't get too familiar, because I'll the same way you grip them, I can grip them too.
Mm-hmm. Right.
It's gonna hurt me a lot more than it hurts you.
Yeah.
He's in Michael.
Best wishes. Best wishes.
Someone the GD Good luck to you on you. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Best wishes.
I will
Good luck
send
to
you packing with a fucking future
with the care
statement.
package.
Yeah, future statement. Get you one of those future, some future relations. But anyway, that was a good question, basically. I like that one.
Thanks.
Yeah, that was a pretty good one. That was a pretty good one. How do you practice self-care?
Like a lot of different ways. Sometimes it's just
You're about to know my answers.
Sometimes it's taking like a day or a weekend away to just focus on myself. Right. And maybe sometimes that's just like, it might be doing like my own like self-care needs, like things that make me feel good, things that I love, like having my favorite food or my favorite meal, or like going to like my favorite places, or like spending time where I want to spend time, just finding the things that make me feel good, and just like sitting myself in that, where I'm taking myself out of like the regular everyday. And just like having a day of like pampering myself and focusing on me. But that also helps, like, it helps me to feel good. But also sometimes it's just like sometimes it's as simple as just taking a step away from like the hustle and bustle of life, and maybe just like sitting to myself. It can be as simple as that. Like just doing nothing and just sitting with myself, you know? Do you think, Dora? Wait a minute.
Send her packing with the bag and shit. I learned you attract what you. Oh, go ahead.
Oh no, go ahead. I can read it. I learned that you attract what you subconsciously suppress. Ooh, that's a good one.
Mm-hmm.
We might have to go back. We have to like at another like live, another show like dive into that right there.
We'll call this the Rachel topic. Subconscious suppress. Hey, oh, okay. How are you suppressing these peoples? Practice self-care about going inward and shutting everyone else out.
Yeah. I get that. That's why I said like sometimes you just have to take a step away.
Yeah.
Just
currently suppressing cake. So
what did Mike said? I've been practicing self-care since I was about 12 or 13. Oh my gosh.
Man, sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do. So look, mine's I play my game. Make sure I play my game. That's one of my self-care practices. I like to plan my day out every day. So I already know what I'm gonna do with my day. Only thing I'll open up space for is if I could do overtime or not. Then I change it up from that point. But I always plan a nap every single day because I believe taking naps are key to happiness in a way. Mm-hmm. Enjoy, like a little bit of self-happiness. Like you wake up in a better mood because your body isn't telling on you. Like I'm big at paying attention to the inside of my body more than the out, because the inside is telling me, motherfucker, go take a nap. I don't want to force myself to do something that I know I'm be tired for. So, what else? I like to do my walk. I haven't done it in a little while because it's cold as fuck outside, but I like to do my walk. What else? And then I beat that dick. Like, you gotta beat that dick. Like, you gotta take yourself and check yourself out. You have to do what you gotta do. I done bought 2 little vagina joints. My name is Nicole and Tiffany. Like, them motherfuckers. Listen.
Yeah. Wait, so you would consider that a form of self-care?
Knocking myself the fuck out. Yeah. Out.
Nice. That makes sense.
So when these women won't be acting crazy, all right, I don't give a fuck much. No, I'll play. Yo. I mean, listen.
The comments. Oh man. Yeah. Marcus is responding to Ray. She was also suppressing cake and gained 20 pounds. Marcus said, worth it.
I bet. I need a nap partner. Hey, look. I ain't getting that partner too. That good old strokey dokey. Yeah, man. You got to do what you got to do. Check yourself the fuck out. Like, listen, y'all got y'all rules. I got mine.
Therapy. Nice.
Therapy. Yeah. Therapy, Mike. I like it. That self-checkout like Walmart. Mm-hmm.
The cleanup is less stressful than the relationship. Wow.
Would it be like bars? No. Nah. That's a wild one. But okay. I like that. I like everybody's answers for theirs. Is there anything you want to do more consistently?
Yeah, I got to get back to working out more consistently.
Okay.
I used to be very consistent. And like I said, I had stuff pop up that's thrown me off my game. But we back at it. We getting back at it. I love the way I felt working out all the time.
Right. And I've been getting it in a little bit, so I look less like Fat Thor.
Got it.
Kind of like medium Thor.
Yes.
Like kind of like a little over medium. Like it's still like, it's like, you know what they say, medium well. I'm like medium well. Like, all right, nigga, take them extra L's out of that shit. So.
Oh man, our comments never fail.
Strokey dokey. He's saying it, yo.
He's saying strokey doke.
She said DJ Yankee, yo.
Wild. Seneca does cardio.
Seneca does. Hey, that's what I'm talking about. What I'm talking about.
Thor over
Will be
easy.
easy.
Oh man.
Thor over easy. Okay. So we got that one. What makes you a good friend? I'm not answering this one, yo, because I'm not getting back to the shits.
Yes, you are. You're gonna answer it. I am. What makes me a good friend? When I am your friend, I am fiercely loyal to you.
Same.
Sometimes to a fault, but I am a super loyal friend.
Yeah. Riding my bike, vegging out, watching bad reality TV, cooking food I want to eat. Hell yeah,
That
Chaz
sounds
definitely
beautiful.
cooks. Chaz being there cooking fucking
That sounds
cocktails and salt. Sauteed Thor.
That's
Being
what
an
makes,
angel
that's what
on
makes him a good friend.
Mike, you're an angel of a friend. Yeah, now everybody, that's what I said. I'm gonna answer this shit.
Oh my gosh.
All right.
Oh, y'all.
Are you currently annoyed with any of your friends? Who and why? I'm gonna answer this first. Fat Mike, Customs, Chaz R, B for Jackass, Tone, Goofy Ass. Rachel has now become a part of the situation. Seneca, you are a part of the annoyed friends now. Now, all of y'all are a part of my annoyed friends list. Anybody else want to be added? Continue in the comments. But I love it that you. Friendship being no explanation. We buying it and burying it. Ah, man. What about you, Basic?
I said I'm loyal.
No. Are you currently annoyed with any of your friends? We both agreed.
That's a new question.
No. I skipped mine. They already said it. I'm an angel on fucking earth now. So that's my loyalty, is that I'm an angel on earth for you.
So let me just say this. Maybe, I mean, I get easily annoyed, but it's never like a bad thing. I think I'm just a naturally easily annoyed person, so it wouldn't take much to annoy me anyways. It could be somebody talks too much one day, and I'll be like, damn, they got on my nerves.
Be telling on you. That's the part. Everything is in Basic's face. Like, she give you the most confused, like, what the fuck face that I've ever seen. Like, sometimes I'll be saying some shit, and then you'll see Basic just sitting there like, she'll look up at me with the eyes just glaring at me like, what? Yeah.
I listen, if I'm not annoyed by you, I probably don't like you. Let me take that back. I can be very annoyed by somebody that I don't like too. But I'm an easily annoyed person. It's never to the point where I'm like, I can't stand you. I'm just easily annoyed. I'm very easily agitated by
extremely easily agitated, yo.
I'm a very easily agitated person. I'll be like, oh my gosh. Like, I have a friend that, like, I'll say this. I have a friend and he annoys me on the regular because when I'm having a conversation, he's like a squirrel. And if he sees something, he will stop you in the middle of a serious, like, deep conversation, stop you dead in the middle and start talking about the most random stuff, or will break out in a song. And I'm like, I am in tears. And you heard a word that I used in the last sentence that made you think of a song, and now you singing the song, and now I gotta stop crying and let you finish the song. And yeah. I was having a deep conversation the other day, and I was telling them something, and they got distracted because they saw Master P on TV and stopped me mid-conversation to tell me Master P was on CNN. And then talk about Master P. And I'm like, I'm telling you something serious.
Does that sound like ADHD?
And now we talking about Master P. He was like, but we gonna get back to it. I just had to put a pin in it so we can circle back around to it. Not in the middle of my serious sentence. Like, let me finish my thought.
I ain't gonna lie, Basic. That nigga was about to fall asleep while you was talking.
No, he wasn't. His brain was just in 50 different places, and he had to say it immediately.
That could be true.
Fat Fat Mike said, I'm not easily annoyed. Only put it up there. I'm not easily annoyed, but I don't show it on my face.
I didn't say you meant that as a joke, but we still talking about it as a
I
joke.
wish that was a skill that I had. I wish I could not wear what I felt on my face. I don't have that skill. Mike
face is Mike has a very chill look to him.
Mm-hmm.
Mike, if I'm saying it wrong, I apologize, but he can be stone faced. So it's like he doesn't, the emotion doesn't show at all. Like, no, we knew it wasn't a joke, Marky, but I'm laughing because of her, because of how she's describing it. Like, she's in the middle of crying and talking, and this motherfucker over here, like, but Batman didn't jump off the roof. She's like, nigga, I ain't talking about Batman, not even a little bit. Like,
you're killing me with that.
All right, I had to take a break from a friend before I hurt them. Damn. Sometimes you might have to do what you gotta do. You don't have to. Just saying. Basically, you got anything you gotta do real quick? You know, I can show my little videos.
Go ahead.
I just can't show videos that has obviously. Oh, don't put on DX on here. Don't suck it shit. Your ass in trouble. I don't know what the hell I got on here. I got my clip of me and Marcus playing a game, which I need more clips. Mark, can you send me the clip? Oh my God. I'll put something up. Let's show y'all Beef with Barkis' fun time and fun life as he's as they're traveling through playing their video games. Beef with Barkis tends to make dope ass videos of himself. And I need to start thinking more like that. I've been getting a little bit more creative with stuff. So yeah. Oh, and basically I'm gonna post up the video that I sent to my group, but it's also like what the fuck was it? The dude that was talking about the women in the baby mamas and shit like that.
Oh, okay.
Like, yeah, I'm gonna post that up. I think you might have seen it too. But this is shouts out to I gotta hear him post the stuff up here. Basically, you can continue on talking with your people and read their comments.
No, I'm gonna go ahead and read the comments. So we already did Seneca's where she said she had to take a break. That's a golden retriever. Oh, you mean like my friend is a golden retriever? Where they get easily distracted? Possibly. And we talk about it all the time. He was like, well, he had the audacity to make the argument that I was prolonging the distraction by talking about the distraction.
What?
He said, you making it worse because now we're talking about the fact that I got distracted. We're spending more time talking about the fact that I got distracted than you getting back on topic. It's not my fault. If you wouldn't have gotten distracted, we would be having this conversation. It's crazy. Mike will keep a slight smirk even when shit going wrong. I can see that.
What?
Tone said Mike will keep a slight smirk even when shit is going wrong.
He's not talking about me. He's talking about that Mike.
Which Mike? Oh,
yeah, Fat Mike.
Got it.
She just threw a shot at me.
You do though. Mike, you're always like you know, my favorite thing when things are going awry or when I say something crazy, you will have this look, but you'll be like, it's this immediate look of disappointment. Which is always so great.
My look of disappointment, you said?
Yeah. Can't show your hand before you play it. Mike, I really wish that we used to have meetings at my old job like once every week. Every week we'd have a meeting. And during the meeting, there would be people who were constantly telling me to fix my face. Because if I'm thinking about how stupid what you said was, my face is gonna say that was stupid. Like you're never going to be able to you're never gonna have to question what I'm thinking. I'm wearing it. I cannot hide it. I don't even know how. I would have to focus more on not making a face than I do on anything else. It would take a real concerted effort for me to be like, don't make a face. Don't make a face. Don't let them know what you're thinking. Conceal, don't feel. Turning to Frozen. In order to be able to hide it, yeah, that is not a skill. You're gonna be able to tell when I'm annoyed. You're gonna be able to tell when I'm upset, when I'm happy about something. I can't.
Who?
Me.
Well, because it's easy to read you. when it comes to that.
Yeah, because I wear all my expressions on my face.
It's easily. Go back and watch certain things. When I eat my cereals, when I do this, when I do that, basically get me the fuck up out of here.
But I'm also an animated person. Like my facial expressions are very animated, I think.
Yeah.
I both talk with my hands and yeah, I make a lot of facial expressions. So you're never gonna be like, I don't know how. I don't know how to do that. It's not a skill that I possess. Do you want me to do another question while you're doing that?
I think I got them.
Okay.
Just trying to make sure that they're uploaded. That's all. And properly. And I'm trying to get this guy's goofy ass thing. All right. So I know everybody gonna go crazy when they read this, when they listen to this motherfucker guy.
Do you still?
Sorry. We can spend the last little bit of time talking about that if you choose.
Okay.
Because, oof. All right. That's gonna be the last one I post. But they're basically going to come out for a quick second and they're going to last long. We'll be right back. Y'all all sit here and watch this. I need everybody. Anybody that text, this is watching it, sit your ass here because I want to hear what y'all got to say about this. All right. So this is unloading it. But all right. First video.
Steve and Jesse. Hey, Steve. How are you? Hey, Jesse. Now, how long have you guys been together?
About 6 months.
That's it? It's new. Oh, it's newish.
We're friends.
Whoa.
We're just friends, but he wants it.
Can we talk about this not in front of everyone, Jesse?
I'm single.
It's complicated.
I'm single, guys. I'm single.
What?
Oh, no. We're really good friends.
Look how they massacred my boy.
Yo, homeboy! Welcome to the hood, brother! Hulk Hogan's neighborhood, that is, man!
Do you still do it on a towel? Oh boy. Start treating your wife like a princess. You need the Love Blanket. It is cuddly and waterproof. Guaranteed carefree fun. And the bed stays clean and dry. Oh, you think a towel can do that too? I did the test. It wets through. Already over 35,000 happy couples.
Cool. Can you ask this question again?
Why do baby dads pick and choose what kids they want to raise?
Women are fucking delusional.
Wow.
You do know when you break up with that nigga, so does the kid. Like, y'all understand that, right? He doesn't owe you nothing. That man don't owe you shit. He don't owe the kid nothing. He don't owe you. He's in a relationship with both of y'all. If you and that man break up, that man and that kid break up. Because if he goes and finds another family, his loyalty is to them. To the family he has, not the broken family he helped create, to the family he's trying to maintain. So I get it. I do get it. I understand. I swear to God I do. People get upset because it's like, if you have kids over there and kids over here, why are you treating these kids over here better than the kids over there? So are you overall a bad dad?
Yes.
Nah. You
Yes,
a bad dad.
no,
it's
because
about
first of all-
perspective,
well,
bro. Hey,
well,
Quay,
well,
it's
first
about
of all-
perspective.
First of all, most of the time when these baby daddies are being complained about, they're not even with anybody. They're not with any of their baby mothers. So nice try
But
by
no-
saying they trying to build a new
no,
family.
Let me make sure I understand correctly. Is he saying when you have children, like they're your children?
Yeah, Mike.
And y'all break up?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too, Mike. Like he had to been playing around. Like that's just.
There's no way. Like he can't be. Look, I just need clarity. Y'all, please tell me if I'm understanding this correctly. Is he saying when they're your children, you don't have any loyalty to those children, or does he mean you came into a relationship and the girl already had a child, and then when they break up, he's not Somebody help me.
Rachel, you are funny as hell. You gonna pin it on the love blanket?
Right, like I'm not. There's no possible way that could be what he's arguing. That when you break up, you have no loyalty to your children. You broke up with the children too, and you're gonna go start a new family. Yeah, nah. Mm-mm.
That's the part I'm thinking, Tone. Like, whoever knows what he just said and then go and still try to do things. First of all, to like, obviously, if you're having sex, you chances of getting pregnant is high, you know. But what the fuck would you want to go and still procreate kids with this motherfucker after he done guaranteed you I ain't gonna be there?
I ill.
Like, he probably gonna be an asshole in a relationship, and you have to deal with whatever it is that this person is. And then, hey, you break up with me? All right, well, I'm out all the way out.
The fact that no.
Pin ew.
No.
He talking about his own
The
seed.
fact that that's
but
his
he's
logic,
talking about men. You hear how he said men. No men, nigga. Whoa.
Right. The fact
that shit do with you at all.
That he thinks that just because I left, that means I don't owe you or the children anything. I left both of y'all. Yeah. That's why I had to like ask. Like, he can't be meaning his own kids, but the fact that he meant his own kids, that I broke up with both of y'all. How? You weren't in a relationship with the children. Those are your children. It's sickening. If that's how he really feels, I part of me is hoping that he just said that just for attention. There's no way.
Right.
Please don't say all men think like that.
A happy ass. You look like a happy Yogi Bear. Like, you don't get the fuck out of here with locks. Like, you don't get the fuck out of here with that shit. That's why everybody does not deserve a podcast.
Do you think that there are people that actually think like that? Or do you think he just said that?
Wholeheartedly, yeah. I'm not giving anybody credit for shit. And I know that if he said it, there's motherfuckers out there that think the same way.
Right. You know, I'm sure there are. I mean, I'm sure it's not a lot of people, but like, you've heard of people who
they used to be my milkshake.
When they leave their family and they go off, and you heard men and women leave their family and go off and start a whole new life and leave that behind like it didn't even exist.
Mm-hmm. They show up to the cookout and they like 25 and balling in the NBA with a fucking trench coat and a top hat.
Yeah, there's definitely trash people out there who have the ability to walk away and leave their family and be like, Marcus, walk away from their family and be like, I'm gonna go start a whole new family and live this life, and I don't owe anything to y'all because I'm over here with this new family. I'm starting over. Like, what the fuck?
Like, nigga, you don't got a reset button. When you was using that dick, you wasn't thinking to reset that motherfucker. Like, nope, you was using that motherfucker.
Like, your kids too? Yeah, of course. Yeah, the relationship with the woman might be over, but your kids?
Oh man. Yep. That's what I had to look at today. My face was just baffled. Almost in there like, the fuck did I just watch? Like, and the sad part about it is that there's motherfuckers who out here who did some shit to people, and that, you know, and I'm not going to use somebody's in particular situation, but when you do something to somebody, right, then you almost take their life. If the person ever watched, they would know what I'm talking about. Hopefully I ain't stepping over boundaries. But if you about to take somebody's life and they have a child there with and have your child in their stomach and you're trying to take their life, to me, you didn't give a fuck about that kid. And I know you want to be forgiven, and I know how we do all this forgiving stuff, but some things you just cannot forget. And that's just me. Yeah. You know what I mean? You wanted to take this person and their child out. And your child while you was at it too. Like, check the likes on that post. Somebody agree. Oh, the page is like over 100K followers. The likes is massive. You know, I think I've seen a lot of people that didn't agree, but I always say the ones that don't call people out on their bullshit. And it's almost a waste of time sitting in the comments commenting to people. Yeah, it really is. Because when you're sitting in the comments, like, we are very interactive with you guys. Like, I can imagine if we had like a shit ton of people watching, that'd be hard to keep up with, but I would do it. I would still look at everything and just have conversations around the whole thing. But like, when they do things like that and they know they're going to get that attention, like, you're going to hell. Why?
Because he said, my first family was upset when I left, but they got over it.
Hey, Mike, you wild. See, that's the game that people, that's the part. Even though you playing, there's motherfuckers out here that'll be like, yeah, what he said. And you'll probably be sitting there doing, now you got to do damage control because it already happened. Now it's like, oh, shit, I didn't really mean it. Like, but these goofy motherfuckers be on that type of time. Like, no, man, we not taking care of our kids now. Like,
yeah.
Like, I remember when, I think Marcus is the one that showed me it. When people were talking to Kamala or writing in the comments about Kamala, why they wouldn't vote for her. They was like, well, they can change the law behind child support. Then I would. As soon as they said child support, I said, oh, okay. That's that type of nigga.
The thing is that it doesn't just exist for just men. It's not just men that think that way. There's some women. I know people whose mother just up and left them because she wasn't happy and she wanted to start her life over again. So she left her kids with her husband and went away and started a whole new life. And didn't like have any remorse. Like, she was like, I think, I can't remember how she said it, but she was like, and it was crazy because like she was very involved with the kids, you know, of course, when she was in the marriage, but something happened. I don't know what happened. And she left. She chose to leave. But when she chose to leave, she was like, you take the kids. I don't want anything to do with them. And was just gone. Because she wanted to start her life over. She wanted to live the life she wanted to live because she thought that she deserved it. Which is like, listen, we all wish we could have the life that we, you know, deserve. But like, when you have children, so that means you don't want your children either, that you created. It's crazy. And people will find ways to justify it.
Pretty much. Well, I mean, I'm glad I got a chance. Y'all got a chance to see this dumb shit that the boy was talking about. So, yeah. I mean, it's just people, how they think. Like, you know, what do you do with people like that? And like, what can you do?
Right.
What can you do? These motherfuckers are gonna think the way they're gonna think. So, women and people out there, be careful to who you mess with, obviously.
Yes.
And pay attention to the shit that come out of their mouth. Pay attention to the shit that come out of their mouth. If it come out of their mouth so fucking frequent and so easy like that, believe me, this ain't the first time they've said they're saying that shit normally.
Right.
Like, this is a normal conversation for them. Normal. So, but all right, look, we got about 7 minutes left. If y'all want to talk, we can talk. But if you want to get out of here, basically, we get out of here too. You know?
Yeah, I'm good.
All right, she said, basis. No, I'm fuck out of this, y'all. Just know it came from her, y'all. First dude was crushed.
The very first guy in the clips you showed.
Oh yeah.
That was a real blow to his ego.
That's fucked up. I think that's it. Look, y'all make sure that y'all following us on all the platforms. And thank everybody for coming in here. And spending this time with us. I know we ain't been here about 2 weeks, but you know, we back like cook crack. And we're gonna come up with our next topic for next week. Do we have it now, or are we gonna talk about it? You know,
if you want to.
No, you know. How about this? I'll do a viewer. We could do a choice from the comments. Like, what would y'all like us to talk about? And please make the shit fun. We're trying to give us some fucking, you know, what's the discovery of dinosaurs' eggs and all.
Okay.
Like, no, don't do that shit.
If y'all have any suggestions or anything that you would like for us to talk about, feel free to message us and let us know. We're preparing for our year. We're planning out the month ahead, and we meet on Wednesday, and we're going to plan out the month ahead. So if you guys have any suggestions of anything that you would like for us to talk about, shoot us a message, and we're going to put it on our list.
What basic said, yeah. Nah. But no, listen, thank y'all. Seneca, good night to you. Everybody, good night. Y'all make sure that y'all following everybody. I am not playing that outro. Yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and leave it. She did her heart thing. So listen, make sure to listen. Mike Hennessy page is live too. Mike Hennessy 215, my YouTube. Make sure y'all follow me on there too. I play my games. I play my games there. So come through, come watch us, come watch me, my Twitch is live right now too. And make sure you follow me on Twitch, Mike Hennessy 213, YouTube, Mike Hennessy 215. But make sure y'all following me. Make sure you're following us on all our platforms, and look forward to hearing from y'all. Comment soon, I guess, on what our future topics can be for you guys. And we will talk to y'all later. Bye, bitches and hoes.